Hi, my name's Sophie and welcome to Build Your Jungle. Today I'm going to be talking about some plants and different products that I've just picked up from Grow Tropicals, which if you don't know, they're a plant specialist in Leeds, which is my area, and they mainly do, as you would expect, rare and tropical plants. I picked up some terrarium plants from them because I'm wanting to make a couple of terrariums, and I also got some other things that I'm excited about, so I'm just going to show you. The first thing is this Philodendron micans. I've been wanting a micans for ages, but every time I saw them in person they were always a bit scratty or not quite what I wanted. And this one I thought was really, well, not this specific one, the ones on their website I thought looked very pretty and nice and not damage to the leaves, and I was pleased with the one that I picked up today. It looks like I've got a lot to propagate from. Some crazy aerial roots, which I'm not surprised about because I went into their greenhouse and it was so amazingly humid in there. I felt like I was on a holiday. So this bad boy is really ready to be propagated. Wow, I feel like this will prop so easily now. And this always reminds me of Milana Chrysum. I feel like this is Milana Chrysum on a budget. By the way, I am going to be doing some stuff to these plants, not the terrarium plants because I'm not planning to do that until I see Hannah, but for the main, like, bigger plants and stuff that I got, I'm going to be sorting them out in a minute. So if you want to see what I do to plants that I bring home from a shop or a garden centre or something, stay as well. Sorry, someone just walked past and I just awkwardly looked out of my living room window at them when they walked past. We're cracking out the phone now because these are ferns and I only have one fern. Don't know that much about ferns yet. This is an Adiantum radianum. Again, I was specifically, because basically for these terrariums I'm thinking I want to go very like meadow kind of looking, and I thought ferns would be a good way to go, especially because I've been a lot more interested in them recently, and this was just a very cute classic looking one, and I thought I could split it in half for this, so got that one. I also got a baby of one of my wishlist plants, and it's a Philodendron squamifernum. And these get the fuzziest petals. They are so cute, and you might know if you see me talk in my philodendron video about fuzzy petals that I'm kind of a little bit obsessed with them. It's getting this new leaf at the moment. I'm so excited. It's a little bit on a bit of a wobble, but we're gonna sort him. We're gonna sort him right out in a minute. So cute though. And obviously like the big ones can be quite expensive, so it was really affordable for me to get a little baby from Grow Tropicals and make him all big. This is the other fern that I got, and it is a Microsorum terapus. It's got a P before, and I'm going to presume that's a silent P, so terapus. Like, I am very curious to have a little research later about these roots. It kind of is reminding, I don't know if they all do this or if this has just happened to do this, but it reminds me kind of the rabbit's foot fern, which I saw one at Poppy's, and I actually really want one now because it's pretty cool. But yeah, I love weird things like this, little weird plants, and I'm pretty happy with all of the quality of these. Like, this, I think, the micans is just absolutely fine. This is snapped, and then it's not really a big deal. It's just it's a shame that, to my knowledge, you can't propagate ferns from cuttings, but you know, I might just stick it in some water anyway just to see what happens, because you never know, sometimes nature finds a way. But this little guy seems in pretty good condition. I mean, there's a tiny bit of browning. Oh, there is an ice cream truck outside. It's too cold for ice cream. I really like this though. It reminds me of seaweed like a lot. Like, I'm not gonna wait for the ice cream truck to go because that could be a really long time. Oh no, they've stopped. Oh no. Oh, they've stopped. On the squamiferum, is it fernum or ferrum? I don't know. On this, this bottom leaf has snapped, and there's a little bit of damage on this leaf, but considering what this plant is and how many leaves it's got going on, and the fact that it's got a new leaf coming through, I am not particularly concerned about that. I was going to move on to substrates, but I forgot there's one more plant, and it is the most important plant of all, because this is one of my ultimate wish list plants. And when I saw this on Grow Tropical's stock drop, I was like, okay, I need this right now. And it's a medium silver, a little rooted cutting. And I'm so excited about this. And I'm gonna insert a picture of what it will look like when it's mature. Honestly, I'm so excited for this. I think this plant is the plant that I've been the most excited about getting all year. I got all this load of stuff. It's not all heavy. Oh my goodness. Oh, God, that's heavy. I tried to carry all this to the cars and I couldn't do it. I had to bring a car. So, oh, there is a pink balloon flying through the sky. Okay. So many distractions. So firstly, I got 2 bags of this. I believe it was 12 or 15 litres, something like that. And this is the jungle mix, which the reason I don't usually like the idea of buying people's pre-made mixes. I always mix my own soil. And the thing that made me change my mind was I was working at Poppy's and I saw this in person because they started stocking all of their substrates there, and it looked amazing. It looked like so chunky, and I'm just looking at it, it just looks so good, and I just know my plants are gonna love this so much. And it looks honestly better than my mix because they can afford the ingredients that I can't. So I think that overall it just worked out cheaper to buy it from them and try their mix rather than me trying to buy the additional things that I needed to make my own mix better at this point. And I'm really excited to try repotting some plants in this. I also got some coarse lava rock, and this is for the base layer of terrariums. I got some fine charcoal because that's a very important ingredient in terrariums to prevent rot and help absorb toxins in an enclosed, very humid environment. Okay, I was wrong. I got 2 things of lava rock, 2 big things of jungle aroid mix, fine charcoal, and I also got the terrarium mix, which is obviously what we're talking about, doing terrariums again. It was the convenience, I feel like more than anything, it was the convenience of not having to do all of this faffing around myself. I can't really say anything more about those until I actually have been using them, obviously, for a prolonged period of time, but I have a good feeling about this mix. It looks so good. It looks really, really good. I'm excited. I noticed when I was in Poppy's, because they've actually, Grow Tropicals have started doing like Philodendron, Anthurium, Alocasia, Hoya, like specific plant type mixes, but I mostly grow aroids anyway, and this says it can be used for, well, it doesn't say it on here actually, but on their website this said like all the aroids, so it just seemed weird to me to get all the different. So the one that I was kind of tempted to maybe get in the future was I would like to try the Hoya one, because I know that I don't think my Hoyas will really like that, it looks too chunky. So yeah, that's what I got today, and now let's just get into sorting these plants out. I was going to do the Mycans first, but then I thought, no, I should obviously do this Guavaferum first because it's small, so I'm just gonna remove this. I don't know if like most plant shops seem to do this thing where they water the day that you buy things, or if it's just that like it's a coincidence that I always buy plants that are very, very damp. But I don't know, I just really don't like keeping them in the mix. And this actually needs a bigger pot that's getting to be a bit root bound. And when I'm propagating philodendrons myself, my go-to is hydroponics. So obviously not going to do that today because this is been growing in soil. You just want to really be careful that you're not pulling the roots off. Like, there is some perlite in this mix, but I don't think this was a plant they grew. I mean, I would presume that it was bought in because they've not used their mix. I don't know, maybe that's a stupid theory. I don't really know. This cute little thing, as tends to happen a lot. A little weed has made its way. Oh, that's the cutest. There's also a little bit of moss. That's actually quite adorable. Oh gosh, it makes me nervous when they're all wibbly wobbly. I've got a Birkin upstairs that's in need of a repot and also has a wibbly wobbly place between the roots and the stem, and it makes me nervous. Every time I need to repot something, I think, oh yeah, I should have got the pot before, perhaps before I began doing this. I am so surprised. There are a lot of roots for this tiny little pot. No! I broke off the leaf. I'm so sad. Oh, I'm such an idiot. At least it was only this baby. Oh no, that's so sad. Stupid big old thumbs me. Just having a little look-see for pesterinos. Oh, that looks a bit funky actually. I'm not sure about this leaf. What the heck is this? Oh, it's looking a bit thrippy. Might cut that leaf off, but it might be fine. Might have already been all sorted. I hope so, because I cannot be bothered to deal with thrips. No, they wouldn't have given this to me with thrips. And that's had to, yeah, I think this might have had thrips at some point because there's a lot of like see-through looking bits on the underside of the leaves. Can't see anything at the moment though, or any marks or anything like the thrip poo that you see. They leave like loads of black bits on the leaves and there's nothing. So I'm gonna go rinse this in a minute anyway. I'm actually going to do that now because I was going to undo all the soil first, but I think to be just extra precautious, I'm going to do them all individually. So I'm going to go rinse this in my upstairs bathroom, rinse down the roots, rinse off the leaves most importantly. Right, this is going straight in there. I'm sorry, I would do a close-up of the roots, but my hands are wet and I don't want to risk touching the camera. Oh, I love this so much. I'm converted to the Grow Tropicals mix. Well, let's see how the plants do first. Potentially converted. Because my hands are wet, it's just like fully stuck. I have to clean this off afterwards. I might give this guy a little stick just for some stability. Oh, it is better now I've repotted it, but still a wee bit wobbly. And I don't know if I think it looks a little bit sad. Don't worry, Will. Well, that mix looks awesome. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to subscribe to be notified when I next make a video. And I hope you have a great day. Bye guys!